What up though everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about making a splash in Orlando with Disney magic. Let's go.
Fly to the moon, hang with the stars, feel like I'm floating outside of Mars. I got the drive, I'm not talking cars. The future is yours, the future is ours.
For so long, so stuck in my own way. So I enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made. Nothing to see, nothing to talk down. Oh, it's messing my way, live right now. So it's not wasting another day. From 2009 to season 1. It's taking nothing to say, nothing to talk down. Yeah, almost lost my mind a couple times. It got so hot I thought I wanna die. Blood dripping from my arm, just wanna feel inside. Too afraid to open up, so I'd rather hide. Man, I'm just so grateful that I made it this far. Almost thought I had to call my mama in a cup car. Benny's everything for me and everything I need. I would be nothing if you didn't give me no reason to be. Cause I'm riding through the city. It's got to my way, and I ain't worried about it. Come too far.
One of my favorite things about staying at the Buena Vista Hotel was that it was owned by the same owner as the Caribe Royale, which is directly next door. And it's a beautiful resort. We had access to all the amenities that the Caribe Royale had to offer, which was a surprise and bonus for us because we didn't know that. And there was a shuttle that goes back and forth between the hotel and the resort, even though they're directly next door in walking distance, just for convenience and luxury sake. So we got our cocktails at the poolside bar and took a dip immediately, as soon as we could. We saw this little beetle bug. Apparently it's called a Harlequin beetle that was like having a hard time getting out of the water, and we decided to just help this little buggy bug out to live its best bug life before we went back to the room. So it's our first night in Orlando, and me and Dejanay are getting ready for dinner. We're super excited. We went to the pool at the resort, and we're gonna have dinner also at the resort tonight. We're trying to get our, I don't know, Cheetalicious Christmas on with our outfits. We're coordinated.
Matching as always.
As always. Y'all know the vibes. Alright, I'll let you know how dinner goes.
Close to your love again. I give my heart again, Jesus. I wanna go to Cali way. Close to your love again. I give my heart again, Jesus. I know you know me well. I feel invisible until you tell me alright.
We had dinner at the Venetian Chop House inside the resort. We were told it was a 4-star restaurant, but it was definitely given 5 stars. It was so good. It was one of the best meals, if not the best meals I ever had in my life. It was so amazingly delicious. I even tried a new wine, and the wine was good. We also had what they called the best key lime pie in Florida, and I can't disagree. We're at Starbucks this morning. This is our second day in Orlando, and we're getting Starbucks because this is Dejanay's drink of choice. My baby. My baby cousin. We're getting Starbucks because we're gonna go to Disney World. This is my first time in Disney World, and it's my first time in Orlando. It's my first trip to Disney, and I'm starting to think like this year is like for my childhood self. Just like the girl that I was is like the girl that I was when I was born. Like she's getting her time to shine today, or just today, but just this year, definitely. So I'm super excited. We're about to get ready. You ready? We're going to Disney World. We're going to Disney World. We're going to Disney World. We finally got our tickets to Disney, and we're about to take the ferry boat to Magic Kingdom. This trip reminded me how important it is sometimes to break away from the routine of every day and to allow yourself to be present, to feel joy and happiness and wonder. Those things nurture me, especially as a creative, and sometimes I forget about it because I'm just working and I have all of these goals and all of these things that I want to do and want to be, and all the striving that you know is not for nothing. Sometimes that has to be replenished with joy. We finished riding on the Tron ride. That was the first ride.
Best ride. It was so much fun.
Best ride. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I only wanted more.
Yeah, I was like, it should have been longer. That's how good it was. It was such a good ride.
It was so
good. It was like, what's it, like sci-fi?
Sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
It had a lighting effects and all kinds of stuff. That was so much fun. I would highly recommend trying that ride. Here's a few tips if you're considering visiting Disney. Number 1, wear your most comfortable shoes because there's a lot of walking. Initially, we considered doing a park hoppers pass, but we ended up being grateful that we decided to just do the one park in one day because it was just so much walking. Like, if we tried to do more than one park in one day, we would have been wheelbarrowed out of there or something. Secondly, one thing that I didn't know was that a lot of the rides were kind of like rides that take you through the story of what the movie was, whatever the movie is that the ride is based on. A lot of it is a retelling of the film through a ride in a way. The Little Mermaid ride was very cute and adorable. It probably had the shortest wait of all of the rides that we went on, and that was very convenient because some of the waits were around an hour and a half, 2 hours long of waiting, if not more, depending on which ride you were waiting for. This was my favorite part, the under the sea scene on the ride, because it made me feel like I was actually in the movie. It was just so fun, and you know, I think when you have the right attitude and you're with the right people, it just makes it even better, because it's just a good time to let your like inner child out and like express yourself, and to just be like in the moment and in the space and engulfed in the movie magic of Disney. Also, what we didn't know was that you're allowed to bring in bags. Like, so we thought that we couldn't bring like a backpack or anything, so we didn't bring anything. But a lot of people had backpacks that had water and food and things like that. So if you're one of those people that want to like bring your own refreshments, which especially water, because it was hot and it's very bright and sunny, you might want to bring some extra sunscreen, those sorts of things. So you probably want to pack a little bag that will help keep you going throughout the park. This was a haunted mansion ride. I like this one a lot because of the holographic elements, and I love a little bit of like a scary vibe. It wasn't like over the top scary, but it was like, ooh, okay, a little spooky. So that was very, very fun to me. Next we went on the Peter Pan ride, which I would say was one of the longer waits for the ride. So this was a longer wait, but it was really cool because it had you feel like you were flying through the space, flying through Neverland. A lot of times while you're waiting, you get to a certain space and it's kind of like a little museum of the movie while you wait.
The last ride we got on was the Princess Tiana Bayou's Adventure ride. My phone died, so I had to borrow some videos. These are from TPM Vids, so that way you can get an idea of how that ride was. This was the longest wait. I'm gonna say maybe it was like over 2 hours of waiting, and for that wait time. Also, I'll tag TPM Vids in the comments or in the description below if you want to check out more of their videos as well. Some of the elements may be newer that me and Dejanay experienced, or slightly different from when TPM Vids visited Disney, but we all sat in the same seat. So we were in the first row of our specific log, and it was, what we liked about this ride was that it had a water feature, which was unique from the other rides. There was probably other rides that had water features, but this was the only one we got on that had it. We were greeted by Princess Tiana, and we were just so excited to finally make it onto the ride after that long wait. I did like the jazz music that was being played during the wait, which made it fun. One thing I noticed that was unique or different from this TPM Vids element was there was a lot more of, I think his name was Maurice, the alligator or crocodile from the movie. It was a lot more elements with him involved. We got Mama Odie, and it was just so much fun because we were just going down the bayou, as they say. And it was funny because we were trying to like protect our hair a bit on these on this ride, but it was really not any protection for real. Like, some people had a little rain poncho on, but my favorite part after the 50-foot drop was the party with Tiana and her family and everyone from the movie, and extras that were also included on the ride, like other animals that would play instruments and things. And it was just such a sweet like moment and space that was created from the Princess Tiana ride. It was probably my favorite moment of all of the rides, and it was my favorite moment of being at the park because it just kind of gave me this feeling of belonging and being where I was supposed to be. After we left Disney, we went back to the resort to have dinner at Stadium Club at the resort, and we just had a great time in Orlando. We'll see you next time in our next girls trip adventure. Thank you. Bye.